Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, the weight just won't budge? You've tried everything, eating healthily, working out, cutting calories, but the number on the scales just won't change, or worse, keep going up. Maybe you set out with the best of intentions. You try to eat better and move more, but then life happens. A stressful day at work, a bad night's sleep, an argument with your loved one, and suddenly you're reaching for coffee, alcohol, and comfort food. Before you know it, you're back in the same cycle, feeling like you failed again. The frustration then just builds because no matter how many times you start over, you never seem to make real progress. And those unwanted pounds, well, they just won't budge. The fact is that your body isn't broken and you aren't failing. The issue here is not about willpower, but about your body feeling safe enough to let go of those unwanted pounds. The hidden culprit behind your frustration is most likely chronic stress. So the fact is that it's not your fault. Stress has a huge impact on your body, especially when it comes to managing your weight. And if you don't address it, it can keep you locked in this frustrating cycle. But the good news is that with just a few small shifts, you could actually break the cycle, remain in control, and see real progress on your weight management journey without deprivation or feeling like you're constantly starting over. You don't have to stay stuck. I know because I've been there. In my late 40s, I was the heaviest weight I had ever been after a couple of prolonged periods of stress in my life. During one of them, I remember buying a croissant every day on the way into the office to have with a cup of coffee as a treat. And during the other one, I would do things like buying a packet of currant buns and working my way through them at my desk. I then ended up with a BMI of 25.89, uncomfortable in my clothes and lacking in confidence. So I know what it's like to be in this place where stress is driving how I was eating. So let's talk about what's actually happening in your body when you're under chronic stress. This can come from work, home, a lack of sleep, or overwhelm with just too many responsibilities on your plate. Under stress, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. It's designed to help you in short bursts, like when you need to escape danger or take urgent action. But when it stays elevated for too long, it tells your body that you're not safe and to hold on to your energy reserves, which is your stored fat, and especially the fat around your middle, because it thinks you need extra resources to ensure your survival. At the same time, high cortisol increases cravings for sugar and carbs because your body is looking for quick energy. It disrupts your sleep, making you feel even more tired, and it throws your hunger hormones out of balance. So you end up feeling hungry even when you've recently eaten. If you've ever felt like you're constantly reaching for snacks or struggling with stubborn belly fat that just won't shift, this could be why. Whenever you're chronically stressed, your body won't let go of weight. Indeed, to do so, your body needs to feel safe. And the good news is that there are simple ways to shift out of survival mode so that your body can finally let go of those unwanted pounds. So where do you start? I have 3 small but powerful shifts that you can implement today. One of the most powerful steps is to do a stress load audit. When you're constantly feeling overwhelmed, it's easy to think of stress as this really big thing you have no control over. But when you break it down, you can start to see where it's really coming from. Maybe it's poor sleep, or your schedule is just overloaded, or you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. When you identify the biggest stressors, you can take small but meaningful steps to reduce them. I've put together a simple stress load audit that you can download to help you get started. Take a moment to go through it and ask yourself, what 1 or 2 small actions can you take today to start lightening your stress load? Don't try to tackle everything. Start small and just then be consistent. Next, I encourage you to be kind to yourself. Instead of beating yourself up or spiraling into self-judgment, practice self-compassion. The way you talk to yourself matters because your thoughts shape your reality. So the next time you find yourself reaching for food because you're stressed, pause and ask yourself, what's really going on for me right now? When you approach the situation with curiosity, you start to unpack what's driving your food choices and keeping you stuck. Do remember as well that our brains are wired to look for the negative in situations, even when it isn't there. So with a little intentionality, you can start to question those thoughts in your head and create a healthier, more balanced mindset. And finally, try to balance your blood sugar to calm your stress response. High insulin levels don't just affect your weight, they also drive stress in the body, keeping you stuck in a cycle of cravings, energy crashes, and increased cortisol. One simple way to break this cycle is to focus on foods with a glycemic index of 70 or less. This doesn't mean you have to give up your favorite foods. It just means making small swaps that support your body. For example, try whole grain versions of pasta, bread, and rice instead of the refined white versions. Swap white potatoes for sweet potatoes. These small changes can help keep your blood sugar stable, reducing the roller coaster of highs and lows that drive stress, hunger, and overeating. Tiny tweaks like these add up, making it easier for your body to feel safe enough to release those unwanted pounds. Ultimately, your body wants to feel safe and balanced. It's always working to protect you. You don't have to push harder or restrict yourself to see change. You just need to give your body what it truly needs. So I encourage you to choose one thing from today's video, whether it's doing a stress load audit and taking action to reduce one of the current stresses in your life, or approaching moments of comfort eating with curiosity and self-compassion, or making some dietary swaps to help stabilize your blood sugar. Small shifts add up, and when your body feels safe, it will respond. So which one are you going to start with? Let me know in the comments. And if this has resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. You can break free from the stress, comfort, eating, weight gain cycle. I'm here to help you do it.